bet all of you guys are wondering what the hell I've been up to. And, well, quite honestly, a lot. And a lot has changed. A lot of things are going on. And it's time to explain. I'm finally have like a sunny day where there's not rain, snow, ice, and crap. Every time I try to film on the weekends, it's been like awful weather or whatever. So that's my excuse. But anyways, let's fill everyone in on what I've been doing. And as you can see in the title, I have a new Jeep that is built already, and I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what the hell is going on. So let's just talk about it for a sec. I'll fill you in on what I did and why I did it, and then I will do a full walk around of the new Jeep that I bought. But first, let's talk. So I have just finished the rear axle on my 14 bolt, like, I don't know, a few weeks ago. I guess maybe 3 weeks ago to be exact. And as I was finishing it, a customer came in selling a Jeep that is exactly what I wanted. It's a 2013 white JKU Sahara. Sahara doesn't really matter to me, but it has ultimate Dana 60s, 40s, everything I wanted already done. So obviously I'm thinking to myself, this would be perfect because it would save me a whole lot of work, but it would obviously not be as much content for my channel. And I've thought about it, and financially, as much as I love YouTube, financially, buying this Jeep and selling my axles and trading in my other Jeep is the best scenario for me financially, because this one is already done. I'm getting such a good deal on it that I don't have to spend a bunch of extra money to get it to where I want it. And when I go to resell it, I'll actually make more money on it versus my silver one where I would have been breaking even, which is fine. That wasn't the big issue. Financially, it was a good decision. So I'm not gonna say what I paid for this, but let's just say I saved close to $10,000 by buying this Jeep and selling all my axles. Good news is the person who bought my axles is my friend in Colorado, and he wants me to finish the axles and then send them to him. So I will still be finishing the axles that I'm building. I just won't be putting them in a Jeep. So I will have content on that. I actually have a video of my 14 bolt on where I'm at, finishing it up. I was waiting to post it until I made this video so you guys can kind of have an idea of what's going on. But that's pretty much the gist of what's going on. I traded in my silver Jeep. This Jeep is already done. I've already upgraded some stuff on it. I'll talk to you about the upgrades. And I'll talk to you about the Jeep itself when I do the walk around. I just thought I'd fill you guys in a little bit on what's going on. But anyways, I'll go ahead and start playing some montages of the Jeep, and we will go ahead and start talking about this thing. I'm sorry it took so long, but it's here now. So let's do this. All right, guys, that's it. Let's talk about what we got here. This is the new Jeep. It's a 2013 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara. I bought it like it is, pretty much. The only thing that I upgraded was some of the suspension components because they were pretty worn out. Guy beat on it pretty hard, which is fine. I expected that when I bought it, but let's go ahead and do a walk around of it, and I'll explain all the upgrades that are on it and the upgrades that I've done, and then kind of explain the future upgrades because I do have a lot of stuff planned for it still. So let's go ahead and talk about it. All right. So here it is. We got, from what I can tell, JW Speaker Gen 1 headlights. Could be knockoffs, I don't know, but they work really good, and they say speaker in them, so I'm assuming they're JWs, but it could be wrong. We got a Warn Xeon 10S winch with synthetic line. Looks like it's been used quite a bit, but still works great. We have a Factor 55 flat link, crawler concepts, stubby front bumper. All right, so let's talk about the front end. First of all, the biggest thing is Ultimate Dana 60s, front and rear, bolt-in axles. These were new, obviously, whoever put them in, but I don't know how many miles are on them, but I'm assuming probably like 30,000 miles. Thing drives awesome. When I got it, it didn't have great road manners. A lot of the joints were worn pretty heavily, so I went through and replaced all the joints, all the steering components, track power, tie rod, drag link with the full Yeti system. And then I put a Falcon steering stabilizer on it for now until I go to hydro assist. I just needed to get it freshened up and drivable because I daily this thing. Let's talk about these weird links. I get a lot of, I've been having a lot of people ask about them. Not obviously on social media because I haven't been posting much, but I will be. But these are the Apex Auto links. And what they are is they have a dial on the top here, and you actually turn it to unlock it, and it unlocks both sides of your sway bar, and it's a strut, so you have full flexibility of the front axle, and then you can lock it back up, so it's a lot quicker than having to like disconnect stuff and all that jazz. So I haven't really used it yet. I'm actually going to be going out tomorrow, so I should put it to use tomorrow, see how it works, but so far so good. This thing has a rock crawler 4.5-inch lift kit on it. Now all it has is pretty much the coils that are left. I replaced all of the arms, all 8 arms, with Teraflex Alpine arms. They're not the IRs because I'm going to go long arms in the future, and I don't want to spend extra money on the IRs when I'm going to go to long arms later on down the road. I just needed to get something on here to make it road worthy. Factory skids, they're, you know, batched up pretty good, which is good. That means this thing works and that someone used it. These are factory rails, and it looks like the person who had it just welded on like some kind of extra armor to it. I'm gonna replace that with something else. Don't know yet. Nemesis fender flares. These are the Notorious ones. They're not the dovetail, just the standard Notorious flares. I love that. Was like the ones that I wanted, but they were too expensive when I was doing my last build. So I'm pretty excited that I have those on this build, and they have the skeletos inside. And for being a Jeep that was wheeled pretty hard, I know you can't tell because it's dirty, this thing is in silly good shape. The body, like, everything's in great shape. There's no rust, like obviously surface rust from what you can tell just from being off-road, but overall it's in like really good shape. No dings, dents, like few scratches. It needs to be paint corrected, which I'll do once it gets nicer. Let's talk about wheels and tires. So these are Method beadlocks. Not going to be using these. Sold these to a friend. These are 40 by 40 inch 1350/17 Cooper STT Pros. They are good tires, and they've, you know, I mean, I haven't been unhappy with them, but I already bought trail grapplers in different beadlocks, so I'm going to put my Nitto 40s on it with the different beadlocks. I'm not super happy with the offset on these. Because this axle is only 68.5, and those are 4.7 backspace wheels. It doesn't have a super aggressive stance, so the new ones that I have a 3.5-inch backspacing, so it should kick out a good amount more. But this looks good how it is, and I'm happy with it for now. I'm still waiting on my wheels to get here. They're taking forever to come in, but let's just stop. I don't really have any interior upgrades. It's pretty much kind of a mess because of the winter, but I did put my Alpine Restyle in there. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna put leather probably and a few other things. That's pretty much it on the inside. There's not like a whole lot of upgrades. Let's go to the rear. So this does have a spare on it. I won't be running a spare when I put my new wheels on it. I'll probably buy an extra, and I'll leave the hinge carrier, but I won't run it, obviously off-roading. It's just too much weight on the back end. But for looks, I might put it on here and there. We got the Nemesis rear bumper, which complements those flares really well. First, I wasn't crazy about it, but I'm actually a huge fan of it now. It looks really good. Fox shocks, Ultimate Dana 60 in the rear, like I said. They're 538 geared, and they are E-locked. And really no issues with them at all. For being wheeled on pretty hard, I thought like maybe the wheel hubs might be going out, or ball joints. But now that I've replaced all the joints on this thing, like the arms and stuff and the steering components, this thing drives like it's stock. Like, I say that vaguely, but it really does drive really, really well. So anyways, that's kind of like the gist of the upgrades. Engine's pretty much stock, has a MagnaFlow crawler exhaust, so it kind of dumps in the middle of the Jeep. Not huge on exhaust, but it actually sounds all right, so probably will leave it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Painted top. It's got 119,000 miles on it, so you know, about the same as my silver one. I will be changing some stuff on this, like I'll put a different hood like my silver one, doing some other upgrades, hydro assist in the future, coilovers in the future, Hemi in the future, different wheels and tires, lots of goodies. So I don't want you to think that I just bought a Jeep and there's not going to be any upgrades, because there will be. So that's it. That's the new Jeep. I'm super happy with it. I'm kind of at a point where I needed something. I've been so busy with work that I don't have a garage, and with winter it's been very difficult to do a project. So I'm trying to be more practical in that sense, and also I want to get on trails. I want to start doing like stuff, going out on rides and stuff. I don't want to be building a Jeep all the time, but there will be builds in the future this summer and stuff, but right now not so much. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is the new Jeep. Super pumped about it. Stay tuned for future videos. I am finishing up those axles that I already was building for my friend, so I will have content on those. I just won't be installing them. Other than that, just stay tuned for new upgrades for that, and then we'll, you know, see what happens. Who knows? If you followed my channel, you know I change my mind a lot, and I get different vehicles all the time, so who knows what is going to bring in the next few weeks or months or whatever. So anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.